Hi, it's Mike once again, back with tip number 22 from our top 100 tips, tools, and life lessons from the Insight One Awakening Heart Seminar. One of my favorites, which is seeing the world as a mirror. And as we look, quote unquote, out into the world, actually recognizing that the world is a mirror of ourselves. We say that there's two big contexts in life. One is that you're a small person in a body in a big universe, which would make you quite vulnerable and pretty powerless, quite honestly. There's another big shift in context or paradigm, if you'd like to explore it with me, which is that when you look out in the world, you actually see yourself, and that everything in the world is some level of mirror of yourself and your mind projected out. And when we begin to explore this, and this I could spend a whole day or a whole workshop just going into the space. It's a space that I love to explore. The beauty of it is, one is, instead of placing stuff outside of ourselves, which doesn't give us any power because we've now placed the power outside of ourselves, it gives us a chance to really learn from life and particularly learn from the people around us. This is particularly effective in terms of relationships. I found this to be extremely helpful in terms of certainly many relationships, maybe most importantly my long-term relationship with my wife. When I'm feeling like I am right about something, or I get angry, or I'm wanting to judge, and as I'm doing that, I'm actually creating this really illusion that that thing is separate from me, or that person is separate from me, or that judgment is separate from me. And yet when I can begin to see it as a mirror, I can bring it back into me. And now I have the power to actually do something about it. First, I take the accountability for it, which is to say I own that instead of putting it out on somebody else. Secondly, I can then use that. The beauty of the mirror is it also mirrors back the beauty of life. Sometimes we don't recognize our own beauty. We don't recognize our own value. We don't recognize our own strength. Sometimes we actually put outside of us some of the more positive and beautiful things in life as if they're not part of us. So the mirror can mirror back some of the things we can be working on in terms of places we can course correct and take accountability and work to heal. It can also mirror back to us the miracle of life and the beauty and the strength that sometimes we see in others. And so I invite you to play with this idea of what's life mirroring back to you. Again, thank you for listening. Check out Insight Boston at insightboston.org, our global community at insightseminars.org, and please check out what's happening in your local Insight community. Have a great day.